Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 22. It's Forza Friday. We are here with our Forza Ferrari playthrough, part 2. Last time out, about a week ago, we did the first 2 races of the season. We got back-to-back wins, and now we head to Australia to see if we can continue that streak. And then once we've done Australia, we will head on to Imola, and those will be the 2 races we'll be tackling tonight. So let's jump in and have a look and see how we're doing, because it's been a while. So here we are, lined up for Albert Park in 11 days' time. Let's go to our inbox because we've got some emails to look at. Okay, engine cooling and reactions of Carlos Sainz are the things that need to be worked on, apparently. Congratulations from the board. Could not be happier that we led the team to victory. And there you can see Carlos and Charles both top of the drivers' standings with 44 points each, both with a win and a second place. We do have an upgrade to our racing simulator done now. Let's take another look at that. Okay. Let's take a look at our car development facilities. We've got 14.5 million. I'm going to upgrade our design centre. So that we can get more projects going. Right, in terms of the board's confidence, it's currently set at medium, but as you can see they are delighted with the results we've had from the first 2 races. Back-to-back 1-2s. Let's take a look at our staff. Morale nice and high. Oh, we've got a point for Diego Dondi. Okay, where do we want to put this point? What's he weakest in? Cooling is the weakest thing, but it's also the thing that I'm least interested in upgrading. Do I go for drag reduction or the DRS delta? I'm going to go for drag reduction. Put a point in that. Our race engineers do not have any points to spend. Let's check our drivers. Our drivers do not have any points to spend. We do need to find a replacement for Giovinazzi. We are scouting Arthur Leclerc. When is that finished scouting? Probably not for another... Oh, 9 days. There we go. 9 days left. And we're looking at maybe getting Arthur in as our new reserve driver to train him up. In terms of our cars, do we have any parts in development right now? Got a new rear wing. Have I got any hours left, or did I put all my hours into this? I don't know. Let's have a look. Can we do a new project? Oh, I do have some hours left. Okay, so let's do a new front wing. Put everything we have remaining into the front wing. Okay, we're going to increase everything. Although I might change the airflow sensitivity, I'm not sure yet. Definitely want to push the airflow front up. That's going to improve our top speed even more. Airflow sensitivity. And we'll reduce our low speed cornering. Or reduce our low speed cornering gains. But it will increase our downforce and our top speed ever so slightly. Now let's improve our dirty air cornering. Okay, development settings. We're going to use the remaining engineers we've got, which is all 5 of them. We're going to go intense, and we don't have any money left because I just shelled out for the upgrade to the design facility. So, I'm short by just 398,000. Okay, can I if I change the airflow sensitivity? Still over. Okay. If I don't change the airflow at all, we can just about afford it. So let's do that. So we'll go to confirm this now. 2.9 million for that wing there. And that's left over with just $21,000, which is not much at all. But we will have a nice good front wing in 50 days time that we can start manufacturing. So a little way off, but it'll be worth it, I think. Let's see what's next on the old inbox. That is everything there. Let's continue on to the next bit. Helipad is done. Board confidence check-in. Financial reports. Don't spend any more. Oh, we've got some more money. Ah. If only I'd waited. I could have made. Can I go back and edit that? I know I can change the amount of engineers on it, but can I change the development focus at all? No, I can only change the engineers. If I cancel it, I'm going to lose the hours I put in anyway, so there's no point cancelling it. Okay. So we are currently 3rd in top speed and acceleration. Need to kind of improve that a little bit. I know Red Bull's going to be up there. I wonder who the other team is. It could be Mercedes, but I don't know. I somehow doubt. I don't think it is. We've got a low number of suspensions. We've only got 3. Okay. Did we wreck one, or did we just not make one? We might not have just made not made enough. Okay, so we'll make a new one. That'll arrive 2 days before the start of the Grand Prix. And we go, we're all caught up on emails. Let's just say hello to everyone in the chat. Hi Anthony, class, and Marcel. Anthony finished 11th and 12th at Jeddah with Aston Martin, lost 10th on the last lap. Good job. Yeah, Jeddah's one of those circuits where, you know, if you can stay in the DRS train, you can get really pulled along. Austria is a great circuit for that. You know, you can get a slower car way up the order just by riding the DRS train, and then trying to push whenever you drop out of it to get back into it again. Alright, our tour centre's upgraded. Our suspension is manufactured. Oh, here we go. We've got scouting on Arthur Leclerc. Let's take a look at his stats. Let's compare him to our current reserve driver, who is knocking on a bit. He's got very good stats, Giovinazzi, but there's no real point having him, because I have no intention of putting him in the car to replace one of our 2 existing drivers, and there's no point training him up because it's going to take ages to train him up. It'd be much easier to start with a young driver and work them up. So let's offer Arthur a contract. What is his current contract? 160,000 a year. Okay. That's he can't race in F1 because he hasn't competed at least 2 seasons in F2 or F3. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on him, but we might have to wait till next year to sign him. That's a bit of a shame. Who else were we scouting? Were we scouting anyone else? No, apparently not. Yeah, that was it. Okay, so let's take a look at another couple of drivers then. We're going to avoid going for the usual kind of suspects. So no Théo Pourchaire, no Oscar Piastri. We're going to look at someone a little bit different. Let's go by age. No, let's go by rating. I mean, I could try and sign Mick as a reserve driver, but I'd be interested to try out Nick de Vries, but he's 27 years old and he's going to be knocking on a bit by the time we get to have a seat available for him. So we do want someone young. We've got Jack Doohan that we could look at. Jack Doohan's a good young up and coming Australian driver. Who else could we look at? Verschoor's not bad. Dennis Hauger is one that I'm curious about. We were already looking at Logan Sargent because we've got him on our Haas file, so we're not going to use him here. Felipe Drugovich is currently running away with the F2 Championship this season. Let's scout Felipe. I've got 3 scouts available. Okay, so let's scout Dennis Hauger then. Oh, that's a contract. And let's scout Jack Doohan. There we go. So it's 3 up-and-coming young drivers that we can potentially slot into our test driver seat. And here we go into practice. Let's do our race prep, check our performance targets. Our incentives are to get one of our drivers in second place. We can do that. Reach Q3 with both drivers is easy. Reach Q2 with both drivers is easy. Fastest lap is the incentive. Guarantee. Do I go for the 1-2 again? We're going to go for it. We're going to try and guarantee the 1-2. What else have we got? The streaks are already partway through, so we've just got to ride those out.
Welcome to Melbourne for a weekend of fierce competition. We're a stone's throw from the beach here at the Albert Park Circuit. It might be party mood in the grandstands, but in the paddock, expectations and tensions are high. The Albert Park Circuit is bursting with rapid corners and a long straight where drivers can push their speed to the limits. Good attention to medium speed downforce will likely make beating this beast of a track just a little bit easier. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. Okay then, let's get to it.
So, Melbourne. It's a great track, and it's one we should do very well at. We should comfortably be winning this, I think, really. I'm looking at our car parts, and they've taken a beating already. Our engine's down a bit. Our gearboxes are really down. Look at that. 69%, 70%. That's not great. So it looks like we're going to be incurring penalties. Probably quite early on. We'll try and get in all our replacement parts at Austria, because that is a circuit where it's very easy to get back up the order. So let's see, I'm going to want, I think, a 12.5 wing on this. I'm going to go with an 8.2 roll bar. Let's go with that for Charles' car. Give him 20 laps. And for Carlos, our smooth operator, we'll go a little bit higher on the front wing. We'll go down a touch on the rear wing. We'll go with a 3.7 on the roll bar, because his windows are a little bit different, and they should kind of roughly converge in the middle-ish. They don't always. Sometimes, you know, the setups for car 1 and car 2 end up being radically different. Sometimes they converge and become the same thing, or very, very similar. But this might be one where they are very different in the end. Let's conserve. Okay, we are ready. So as always, we're going to kind of whiz through practice as fast as we can.
Radio check, okay.
And again, in the race, we'll be kind of speeding up bits of the race to whiz through them, so that we can get 2 races in the same stream. Okay, so this is quite encouraging. And we're only 1/10.5 off Perez, and right now we're running a low pace setting. I get the feeling he might be on different tyres though. Yeah, he's on mediums. Looking forward to getting our first upgrades on this car, just to see just how much of an improvement we can make to what is already probably the best car on the grid.
Update when you can.
That's a good improvement.
Copy.
And it'll be interesting as well to see which of our drivers ends up being the champion. Will it be Charles? Or will it be Carlos? Will the smooth operator sneak in there and claim that claim that title? He did kind of sneak ahead at Jeddah.
The car is okay.
The car feels neutral.
Copy.
Okay, so drivers they're okay with the car, but neither are particularly impressed, which is kind of what we expected. Let's call them in and make some changes. You get compelled to watch the whole race. Yeah, I love to do that, which is why I do it in the Haas series that we're doing. I just play the whole race at the normal speed. I have a lot of fun doing that, but let's see, which way do we go with the wing? Let's go to a 12. Front wing's pretty good. Our braking stability is terrible. Okay, that's a fairly significant change to most areas of the car. Let's give that a go. Let's put on a fresh set of tyres. Oh wow, we've rinsed those tyres already. Okay. Run plan. 17 laps. That's not many laps at all. Let's take a look at Carlos's car. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, I can see why he was only a bit nonplussed about that. Okay, we're going to have to go the opposite way with the rear wing. We'll go to a 13 on his rear wing. Let's go with a 6.4 roll bar. Let's pull the camber in a bit. And push out the toe. There we go. Some big changes and a couple of very small changes. Let's see what that does for Carlos's feeling of the car. Okay, so we sent them out into traffic, but it is a fast car. They should be able to cut through the slower cars and not get held up too much. Right, we've actually got a pretty empty track right now. There we go, a couple more cars coming out. Take a look at our predicted kind of ending. Let's see, we'll be probably around about 25 to 30% ish, I think, by the end of the run on our track acclimatization. How you doing, Jeremy? Okay, still only good on the setup. That's
We've just had a spin.
a little frustrating, but I suppose it's to be expected. Let's see. Do I bring the cars back in? No, let's keep the cars out. Let's just conserve the fuel a little bit.
And we need some lift and coast.
Copy.
Okay, we've got Carlos's car up to great. So that's a big improvement.
Yeah, very poor grip, I don't know why.
It's because your tyres are knackered, mate.
Okay.
That's why.
What do we do? Yeah, I lost a massive amount of grip.
Copy.
What are we doing?
We're getting an extra lap or two in just to get your track percentages up. We'll keep them out until they run out of fuel. There we go. Now we'll call them in. Right, so we haven't really got time to send them back out again. But we can at least take a look at the setups. That isn't too bad, actually. It's better than I thought it was going to be. So we need to change that rear wing. So let's go to a 13, because we did that with Seitz's car. And then all these other changes, we want them to be kind of small, minor little changes. So let's just tweak the values a little bit until we can get those relatively close to each other. Something like that, I think. Let's go with a 7.3 roll bar. Just pull those in just a touch. Perfect. So, as I said, we haven't really got time to go back out on track. We might get a lap in. but we can at least configure the changes now, so saves me having to do it between sessions. Oh, and there we go. Straight away, we've got 2 optimals and 3 greats. So this car isn't far off already. Again, we just need some minor little tweaks. Let's change the roll bar. See if we can tweak these values a little bit. Get them to line up nicely. Okay, yeah, let's give that a run. So let's just change the run plan so we can make those changes. And that's it for the end of this session. Nice and quick, nice and straightforward. Got the cars into a relatively good place. One of them is very, very good. It's already in the 90s. The other one is high 70s. But those changes should get that nicely up. So we'll see how we do in FP2. Okay, so we're going to start off with another set of softs, and then we'll go to a set of mediums afterwards. We want to start looking at increasing their run lengths a bit now, so we can start moving away from getting the car set up and more gaining the knowledge of the track. So we want to have some longer runs. We can't really do a huge amount with the soft tyres. They just don't last on this circuit. I don't know if that's just high tyre wear or the fact that this car just is chewing them up, but could be a bit of both. I think it's probably a little bit of both.
I'm ready to check.
Yeah, all good here.
So we're going to run these guys until the tyres are pretty much shot. So 20 laps will be, well, it's 18 laps will take us to about 35 minutes left in the session, I think. And that'll give us time to then configure and slap on some mediums and just run to the end of the session on mediums. One thing you'll see with the track acclimatization is that whenever you start a run, the gain on your track knowledge is always quite slow, but as the longer the run, the more that curve ramps up. And so if you're doing a run that's, you know, like 25, 30 laps, you get quite a big increase in the second half of that stint. Whereas if you're just doing short little bursts of say 10, 12 laps, you're probably not getting the full 5 bits of feedback that you need on your setups to get that full confidence rating in a particular setup, and also you're just not getting enough onto that upward trajectory on the track acclimatization. So you can end up taking a lot of runs to get it nailed, or not even getting it nailed at all. We've upgraded Charles' car to great. Science's tyres are gone already. This is the problem with the mediums, look, they just don't, the softs, they just don't last on this track. And like I said, I don't know if it's a combination of the car and the track, or just the car, or just the track. It's still great on Carlos's car. And there we go, that's the end of their runs with about 20% of the tyre life left. Alright, this one's almost there, 94% now. So we need some minor tweaks. I'm going to push the front wing up just a little bit. That might be enough actually. Let's try that. So we'll slap on some mediums. Run plan, we're going to go for 22 laps. Actually, let's go for 24 laps. And that should take him through to the end of the session. Okay, we lost a bit on this one, actually. So let's just revert back. Okay, so I need to move the braking stability back there again. Front wing can stay where it was. Now, either we didn't go far enough with the cornering or we went the wrong way. I think we probably went the wrong way, so let's go that way. We'll go the other way with the roll bar. Would like to maybe tweak that front and that rear wing a little bit, but I don't know if I can quite sneak that in there. This is where it gets a little bit fiddly. Okay, yeah, let's give that a go. I think the rear wing's going to be just a little bit off, but I think everything else might be pretty good. So again, I'll slap on some mediums, give them 24 laps of fuel, and make those changes. So there you can see exactly what I was talking about with the curve. You can see how in the second stint that we're starting, it starts off very shallow and gradual. About halfway through, you get that big uptick in the curve, and your track knowledge comes in a lot faster. So you always want to go for longer runs if you can. You don't want to go for lots and lots of little short runs, because your track knowledge will take an eternity to acquire. Whereas if you do longer runs like this, then you can end up gaining quite a lot in the second half of the stint. You just got to be careful and balance it between running too heavy with fuel and too many laps, because then you're losing pace a lot in the early part of the stint, because you're so heavy with fuel that you could potentially trim it down a little bit. So a 40 lap stint isn't really something I would recommend unless it's a very, very short track, something like the Red Bull Ring. And now we see it again for Carlos, a big uptick in the gain of track knowledge about halfway through this stint. Neither of them are going to max out on this session. They should do on the next one, as long as they get good full runs in. I reckon Leclerc's going to be in the mid 80s. Carlos might be high 70s, maybe around about 80%.
Update when you can.
Okay, so the car is still only great.
Yes, guys. Let's keep working, but there are already some good progress.
Okay, copy.
Alright. So still a little bit of work to be done to get that car where it needs to be. Let's see, what about Carlos?
The car is okay.
Yeah, all good. Good job.
Okay, still just
Understood.
great. So both cars are going to need some tweaks. We'll look at that between sessions. If you hear me shifting around a lot, it's because I'm I'm suffering with a bruised coccyx right now. I sat on a very, very uncomfortable chair for a very extended period of time last week and damaged my tailbone, and it's now quite painful. So I have to keep shifting my weight around. So if you hear a lot of rustling, that's me trying to get comfortable again. Alright, 96 and 94, so they're both really close. Oh, only 78%. I thought he'd get higher than that. And Carlos was about exactly where I expected.
We return for the next...
Alright, day 3. Or day 2, FP3. Okay, so it's just the braking stability that needs to change. Is that too much? That might be too much. We'll give it a go. That one little tweak should hopefully get us a 100% setup. I'm going to go out on a single set of hards to start with, and we're going to run for 25 laps. And that should be enough. Hopefully, if this car setup gets nailed, that should be enough to actually finish this whole session off for us. And then for Carlos, ooh, Carlos is still a way off. Okay, so the roll bar needs to go back. This is where it gets a bit tricky trying to keep track of everything. Let's try getting in between the two of them. Like that. The toe there, let's try getting that between the two like that. Let's see how well we can do with that. Again, we're going to go for a set of hards. We're going to run for 25 laps. And because our gearboxes have already taken a bit of a beating, I'm actually going to get my drivers to stay off the curbs in this session.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Green light.
Okay. So we'll get this track acclimatization done about halfway through this run by the look of it for Carlos. It'll take a little bit longer for Charles for some reason. Maybe not, no, it's about the same. It looks longer for Charles for some reason, I don't know why, or it did. As always, the practice sessions are the most, I don't want to say boring, but I suppose in a way they're the least engaging moments of the race weekend. I mean, yeah, you can tinker with the setup, and there we go, we've got an optimal at last. But you end up spending most of the session just doing this, sitting here at time 16. And we're optimal on Carl's car as well. Good, good. So we'll let them get their knowledge up to 100%, and then we'll take a look and see just how optimal those setups are, because it could be 98, it could be 99, it could be 100. And if we've got the time left, we might tweak the cars and send them back out again, but we'll probably leave them as they are. Alright, so they are at 100%. Let's call in Charles. And Carlos has just hit 100%, so we'll call him in as well.
Yeah, in the pit lane. Okay.
So let's take a look. Ah! I knew it. Okay, 97% is still optimal. Okay, that's surprising. Let's see. Alright, there we go. There's a risk that we may knock traction out of the optimal range by doing that, but we've got time. So we can always roll back if we need to. Let's get a set of softs. Let's do 17 lap run. Did we get it on this one? No, again, we missed out just barely. Okay, let's try that. No, wait, hang on. Did we do that last time? 99%. I'm going to go that way and see if that's enough. Alright, changes are being made. And there they go. So this should hopefully, fingers crossed, get us to 100%. I would kind of like to get to 100 on both cars. We don't really need to be running them. I could just revert back to the highest setups. A 97 and a 99 is still very, very good, but that perfectionist in me wants to hit 100%. We've already gained full track knowledge with both drivers. They're both comfortable with the car in terms of its parts knowledge. So we are literally just chasing that tiny fraction in the setup now, which we don't really need to do. As I said, you know, it's 1 or 2% probably isn't going to make a huge difference to race performance, but it's just something about it. I'm a perfectionist like that when it comes to the setups. If there's a chance to get that 100%, I go for it every time. I can't help it. I'm always chasing that 100%. Someone has off somewhere. Oh, Bottas is out. Bottas has wrecked his car. What's he done? Let's wait for the replay. Come on, give me the replay. I want to see what wiped out Bottas. He must have had a big impact somewhere. It's not going to give us the replay, is it? That's frustrating. Well, we hit optimal again with Charles. So we didn't... Oh! Cancelled the call in. You haven't given me that final bit of feedback yet. Oh no, now he has. Okay, so now we can come back in. Also optimal, and we're out of time. That's the end of the session. So, let's have a look. How did we do? 99 and 98. Oh, we actually made his car slightly worse, but we can fix that. I can just revert that back to the 99% that we had. There we go. Quali time. Nice and straightforward for us here. We're just going to be running one lap in session 1, one lap in session 2, and then probably just the one lap in session 3 as well.
And radio check, Charles.
Radio check, okay.
So we're going to wait towards the end of quali, so we get a nice clean run. Let's see what a time, sort of benchmark times we're going to have to deal with. A 119.3 for Perez. Let's see what Verstappen does. About the same as Perez. Okay, so I don't think he had any traffic on his lap. So we have our benchmark. So we're going to go out with just about 3 minutes to go. The rest of the field should start piling up. Yep, there we go. Around the same time as that. But we're at the head of the queue, so if somebody locks up, unless it's Mick, then the only way it's going to affect us is if it's one of our drivers. Of course, this is the inherent risk you take when you only do a single run, is if you botch the run, then you can end up knocking yourself out. Well, there we go, 118.6, that is mighty. Yeah, there we go, Verstappen's turned up his engine. So's Perez, but yeah, massively quicker. Alright, so Q1 is done. Oh, we've got rain expected sometime this quali. In fact, can I see rain falling on the screen? I just see, yes, I did just see rain. So it's already raining. So we're going to go out straight away. Let's just take that extra bit of fuel out. There we go. Why is he racing with a 98? I thought a 99 was my highest setup. Did it not revert? It must have not reverted. Okay, that's a bit frustrating.
And radio check, Carlos. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so we need to be out right now.
All good.
This is when the track's at its absolute best. So we're just got to hope that we don't get held up now by...
So, reporting a lot of rain.
Copy.
Yeah, I got to hope we don't get held up by traffic. We're going to watch this one. So we'll keep an eye on the track map. Some cars coming out now, they're not going to be in the way, that's fine. It's if anything comes out as we're approaching the final sector, that's when it's going to be a problem. I always get twitchy when I get to this section. Yep, someone's coming out. It's an AlphaTauri. Of course it's an AlphaTauri. It's always an AlphaTauri. No matter what save I'm playing on, it's always an AlphaTauri that's going to get in the way. Alright, we should clear the McLaren, I think. Maybe. Oh, that might come out right in the corner, actually. It's going to come out right in front of us. We should clear it relatively easily. Alright, so Charles gets through, just a slight little lift. His sight's going to get held up. A little hold up for Sainz, but not too bad. Coming up on the back of the AlphaTauri. This is where it's going to get nasty. It's going to get in our way at just the wrong spot. Ah! Yeah. There was a little blip in the throttle there. I bet he's going to get in the corner line as well. Yeah. Slow acceleration, get out the way. He's not going to move now, because now he's started pushing for his lap. So Carlos's lap is kind of ruined. So we should see a big difference between the times. Yeah, half a second. So Leclerc lost maybe a tenth or two. Sainz lost about 0.4 of a second there. Not the best. Let's keep an eye on the track. Water level is still about the same. Track's actually better now than it was earlier. Okay, let's turn them around for another quick lap while the track is drying up.
No more rain.
Copy.
Oh, the track is really drying up. Okay. Is it going to be dry enough for slicks? Have we gone too early? Are we going to get knocked out here? There you can see the problem with our weather centre not being the greatest. You can see that line was a lot higher a moment ago. And then we went back out and all of a sudden the line dipped dramatically. And now I'm thinking that we might need to gamble for slicks. Oh god, choices. No, it's still just a little too damp for slicks. But only just. If the AI comes out on anything other than inters, then we're screwed. Oh, that track's drying up. I think we might get knocked out here if we're really unlucky. They're still not coming out. And the track is almost bone dry. Alright, they're on inters. Ignore and ignore. Sainz is absolutely flying right now. But if they're staying on inters, then they're screwed, because their tyres are going to start burning up really quickly. So Leclerc tops the table with a 122.1. What's Sainz going to do? And 122.1 as well. So look at that, just 8 thousandths of a second between the two of them. That is really close. And these guys are all going to struggle now because they're on inters on a track that is now too dry for inters. So, yeah. I can't see us getting knocked off pole position. Well, provisional pole position. Oh, we did! Oh, wow. I was not expecting that at all. Oh, are we going to get knocked out here? Oh, God, Leclerc's out. Sainz is out. We're both of them. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, we screwed up. We screwed up badly. Very badly. We're 14th and 15th. Oh, boy. Okay, that's our qualification bonuses out the window. So our quali streak is broken. The guarantees that I made for quali are gone. On the flip
Drivers
side...
are strapping themselves in, ready for race day.
While this isn't the strongest grid position for Ferrari, qualifying isn't everything. I'm curious to see if they can go against the tide and make this race work for them. This weekend, Red Bull displayed promise during qualifying. Now they need to capitalize on their grid position and get a good race under their belts. And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect weather for teams and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
In any case, Melbourne is ready, and so are we. So strap yourselves in for the Australian Grand Prix.
So yeah, on the flip side, we can still make quite a bit of money out of this. Every time I see an in-game shot of Max Verstappen or Daniel Ricciardo with their porn stashes, it just makes me stop for a second. Yeah, so we lost our quali position. We didn't get someone to finish in the top two. We didn't even reach Q3 with either driver, let alone both of them. So that's going to cost us $68,000. That's a bit of a shame. We're still on for fastest lap. We're still on for the finish position. However, this streak is broken, and that was a 2.9 mil streak, and that's gone. So that's a big loss. The finish position streak is still on though. But now we've got the guarantee. So we are going to try and get both our cars right up the order. So let's see. If I can get them both into the top three. Let's see, third and fourth. That's 2.5 million if we can get third and fourth, which we should easily be able to do. It's just whether I go for the win or not. I'm going to play it safe because we have also got other things that we might fail on, seeing as we're starting so far back. But we'll go for the prediction of getting up to third and getting up to fourth. In fact, I'm going to do it the other way around. So I think Charles has got a bit more pace in general. So there we go. That's locked in. We are positioning. We are, guaranteeing that we'll finish in third and fourth. Big payout if we make it. Big pay hit if we fail. Right, strategy time. Can we make the one stop work? It's a bit tight. We could make it work, but I like to push tyres, especially if we're going to be starting as far back as we are. I'm thinking maybe a two-stop race. So mediums are good tyres, but the softs just do not last on this circuit. Look at that. That is... how many laps is that? That's 4, 9, 10. That's 11 laps without pushing them, and they're hitting the cliff. That's ridiculous. So let's start on the hards, and we'll go hard, medium, and soft. And even that is a stretch. Okay, so let's take a look at that. That gives us a race run time of 1 hour 19:53. Now let's take a look at a medium, hard, medium run, or a hard, medium, medium. Okay, so the hard, medium, medium is actually 1 second slower. But it does give us a lot more leeway on tyres. I'm going to go with the hard, medium, soft. I think we can make that work. But we'll go hard, medium, medium for Carlos. So let's change his strategy. Oop. We're not going to be pushing the tyres this hard all the way through the stints, but I always like to plan them out this way so I can see just how hard I can push them if I need to, and then I know that if I back off I've got tyre to spare over the prediction. So there we go. Hard, medium, medium. We'll hedge our bets, but I'm thinking that Charles is going to be very fast at the end, so that's going to be to try and guarantee our fastest lap. In terms of fuel, we will up the fuel ever so slightly just to max the tank out. Let's go full attack. Throw it into overtake. We want to make up as many positions at the start of this race as we possibly can, even though we're on the hards. And we want to run hard and fast at the start of this race. There we go. Right. So, a disastrous qualifying.
As the sun continues to shine, it seems like nothing can dampen the mood of excitement here at the track. Taking a look here at Carlos Sainz. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. Leclerc there, down the grid. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. The teams are ready to go. Get ready for the Australian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
So yeah, disastrous quali, but a chance for real drama, and let's see how far, how quickly we can push our way through this field and back up towards the front. We've got to be wary of the Red Bulls sprinting off. No positions gained yet. What tyres is everyone on? Let's have a look. Oh, everyone else is on mediums apart from Tsunoda and Vettel and Mick. Okay, well, Sainz has already dive-bombed Tsunoda. Gone past him. Can we do the same?
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Okay, here we go. Up the inside. Sainz is past Norris there. Closing up on the back of Daniel Ricciardo.
Ferrari, advance the race position.
Having a little cheeky look at the inside there. Not going to make the move though. Can we get a good exit down out of here? Try and get him under braking. Oh, look at that. Around the outside. Can we get both McLarens? No, we can't. That would have been nice.
DRS enable.
Alright, and we're out of battery. So it's time to slap that into harvest.
Charge button on.
But we did gain some good positions.
Charge button on. Charge button on.
Copy.
And now let's try and push our way through. Take a look at Carlos here, all over the back of Zhou Guanyu, who's trying to find his way past Magnussen. Red Bulls are already starting to stretch a lead over Bottas and Russell at the front, scrapping amongst themselves. As long as they keep doing that and slowing each other down, I don't mind so much. We are now into DRS range. The DRS is now active. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it work there. This is the downside to charging up. Let's go neutral, just to try and clear a couple more cars as we go around the outside of Kevin Magnussen there. Check split time, so we're not in DRS range there. Kevin Magnussen goes straight back past us. Oh, and there's Charles. Charles is off and running with the DRS. Charles all over the back of Magnussen here, trying to find an opening. You should take him here in the DRS. Gets a good exit, immediately looks for the opening. It's covered off. We're going to go around the outside again. Yes, we are. That's turning into our main overtaking spot so far. And now we have Leclerc back up to 10th. So that's 5 positions. 5 positions gained for Charles. 2 positions gained for Carlos. And that's a big cluster of traffic that we've got to fight our way through here. It's already 3-second gap between this train and Alonso, which is the back of the next train. So we need to clear our way through these guys as quickly as we can. Let's go back into overtake again. Try and punch our way through these guys as quick as we can. Make the move. Not going around the outside this time, it's well blocked off. But this is not what we need. We're stuck in a train and we're not going anywhere. And the Red Bulls are continuing to extend their lead at the front. And battery's empty again. Alright, so Sainz is past Magnussen. Oh, and that's a great move. A great move from Charles. And he immediately tries to sweep around Ocon as well. Oh, Ocon covers him off.
Ferrari, advance the race position.
Getting a bit tasty behind. Look at that queue that's forming behind there. Again, not making the move. Can we get our guys to move up? Oh, we're going to lock up. Oh, it's a crash. It's a big crash, and there goes the 2.5 mil. Oh, no, wait. He's still in. He's still in the race. Are we going to get a safety car for that? Please be a safety car. Okay, let's go on to a set of mediums. Actually, I might not change the tyres at all. I might just change the front wing. Can I do that? Can I not change the tyres?
Was that a crash?
It was a
Multiple
crash.
cars, I think. We can take a look now. Okay, here's the Ferrari.
Just locking up and braking here.
You can clearly see the contact there, and that caused a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was not good. We've got a penalty. So what should have been, and that's it, just straight back to green flag running. Okay, that's really not good. Oh man, this weekend's going from bad to worse for Charles Leclerc. Qualified 15th. He's now got a broken wing and a 5-second penalty, which will be served at the pit stop.
Charles pit lane.
This was the series that we were supposed to be showing how it's done. Showing Ferrari how not to screw everything up, and we screwed up qualifying and now we're screwing up the race. Okay, no tyre change. Just a new front wing.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place. Let's take a look at the replay. Let's have another look. Science is the focus here.
Very nice. Does he get a run
Goodness
on
me. There they go. Moving
Gasly
ahead
as
of
well?
the other driver.
No.
The team watching on.
Alright, so Leclerc is out of the pit lane. That was a 9-second stop just for a front wing. There was no real point changing the tyres because it would just completely mess up the strategy. I was really hoping we'd have a safety car, but we are now well and truly at the back of the field. And we've got a lot of work to do. First and foremost, let's go back into neutral.
Will be charge button off, charge button off.
Copy.
At least we didn't do any other damage to the car. We didn't damage the underfloor or the chassis or anything like that. Just the front wing. And that could have been so much worse. Alright, Sainz has now cleared Gasly. But Gasly will have DRS. Can we hold him off? No, he can't. Ocon's going to sneak through as well. He's going to try. He's going to get the DRS in the second straight as well. Yep. So we just lost 2 positions. Someone else just locked up. In front of us. A big lock-up in front of us. Another crash. Oh! It's a VSC.
Oh, and that's a crash. Here's the replay.
It's all go here. Oh, 3 cars out. Or 3 cars clobbered. Did any of them actually retire?
Virtual safety car deployed.
Okay.
Ignore.
No DRS, sorry.
It's a collision.
Start harvesting that. Sainz is now fully charged. Let's get him onto neutral. So Hamilton and Alonso both got penalties. Alonso's barely moving. He must have a puncture. Well, he's holding everybody up,
Ferrari, advance the race position.
which is bad for everyone who's holding up. And there's Bottas with no wing. But this is great for Leclerc. It's closing the gap up a bit for Leclerc to catch up with these guys a bit quicker. Let's take a look at Hamilton. Hamilton's missing half his front wing. Oh man, I wish there was a full safety car here, not a virtual. But all of a sudden I don't feel quite so bad about screwing up so badly. Gasly's in the pits as well. He must be making a strategy pit stop. VSC's about to end.
And Gasly just pitted now.
And there we go, back to normal running.
Ending.
And charge button off.
Copy.
Alright, so we've come out right behind Hamilton. And we're straight past him, nice and easy. Carlos is up to 5th. He's a long way off the leaders, but yeah, up to 5th. So we get past Ocon here. There's no DRS yet, is there? That's why it's not gone breezing past him. Still got him under braking, but we are now 17.5 seconds off Russell, who is another 6 seconds behind the Red Bulls. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting the win this time, but we're certainly in line for 3rd position with Sainz. The question is, where's Leclerc going to end up? Alright, so we should breeze past Joe here. Joe goes defensive. We've got the DR. No, we still haven't got DRS, have we? We still get the move done though.
Yes, you are doing a good job. Keep doing the same procedure.
Keep driving fast and overtaking people. That's what we need. Right, we've got a little queue of traffic in front of us.
And DRS enabled, DRS enabled.
Now we've got the DRS. Not active for those cars in front because they have not completed the lap. So it'll be active next time around. Likewise, they shouldn't get DRS here. And they don't. But now they've crossed the line, they'll get DRS from this corners. With buzzing noise whenever I switch to that camera, which is a shame. I like that camera, but that weird buzzing noise is distracting. Alright, we need to push past these guys as quick as we can, so we'll go up into overtake. Might possibly get a run on Gasly. Maybe not.
a very good lap.
Sainz absolutely flying. He's got the gap to Russell down to just 13 seconds now.
Keep doing the same.
Around the outside of Gasly, which becomes the inside on the final turn. Can we get both Williams here on this straight? We can definitely get one of them. Oh, nearly squeezed through.
A good job on tyres and brakes.
And even though our flap isn't open, we do have the DRS. You do see it pop up on Leclerc's card at the bottom left. Verstappen's into the pits. So Verstappen is on mediums. He's pitting, so he's definitely two-stopping. I think the whole field is going to two-stop, which means we should see a whole... These guys all pitted because of damage, I think. But we should see a flurry of pit stops coming soon now. What tyres is Max going on to? Max has gone on to a set of hards. Okay. We have still not found a way past Latifi.
And charge button on.
That's a bit disappointing. Sainz is literally just a few seconds behind, so I'm going to get him to go full push. He's 4 seconds off the back of Verstappen following that pit stop, so maybe we can sneak up onto the back of Verstappen here. A couple more cars getting out the way for us. Latifi and Stroll jumping out the way. And Sainz is catching up to Verstappen. Can I catch him before I run out of battery?
Really good lap time.
Another new fastest lap. I'd like to see. Leclerc's on the back of Vettel already. All over the back of him.
No,
Still past him. Sainz now out of battery, and we've got the gap down to 1.5 seconds. Charles still not got past Verstappen, past Vettel here. Here we go. Prix past him here. And then 3 seconds up the road is Mick Schumacher.
And you've done a good job. Well done.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
And we've closed the gap to Schumacher by a second already. This Ferrari is mighty. Right, Sainz is just 1.3, 1.2 seconds behind. Got a little bit of battery left, but not much. And to really push the car hard here. We're not going to get DRS on this section here, but we will get it on the next straight, I think. The you know, around the other side of the track, going into the final sector. No buzz. Okay, so that makes me think there might be a problem with Leclerc's car, but everything's looking okay. Very weird. Maybe it's just a sound glitch. Right, let's put Leclerc... sorry, not Leclerc, sorry. Let's put Sainz into harvest mode.
Understood. You are doing a good job.
Leclerc's just passed Mick already.
Charge button on.
Copy, copy.
And we are now in the DRS of Verstappen, so we'll take him on the next straight. What is Leclerc up to? He's still charging, so let's turn that into neutral. 8 seconds behind Tsunoda and closing.
It will be charge button off.
Yeah, copy.
We absolutely rocket past Verstappen. So Sainz now up to 3rd place, less than 4 seconds behind Russell. Perez still a long way off. He must be.
Race position.
Perez must be one stopping. We can't really one stop. We've been pushing these tyres so hard that they won't go far enough. I do need to fix Charles' strategy. So new stints. So I still want to pit about there. And push. Oh. Okay. So I need to get to about there. I don't have another set of hard tyres, do I? No. Okay, so we're going to have to ease those tyres off. And probably these tyres as well. Just to make that work. And let's... Yeah. Okay. It's clunky, it's messy, but it is a strategy that will get us to the end with some tyres. There goes the Red Bull. The DRS is just so powerful, especially on this circuit. Sainz is into his pit window.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no, what's he done? Oh, he's just been overtaken. Okay, that's... I was panicking for a second and I thought he crashed into a wall as well. Alright, Leclerc is not really gaining. His tyres are getting to the point where they're kind of useless. He's slowly catching Tsunoda, but not at the rate I would like. Meanwhile, Sainz and Verstappen have both caught up to George Russell. And Sainz is now fully charged.
Charge button off.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Someone ran wide, I think in front of Leclerc.
Sounds like someone's locked
Yeah,
up.
Magnussen ran wide.
Let's take a closer look. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here. That lockup could have cost them dearly.
He's lucky he didn't clip the wall there. So that's dropped him behind behind Tsunoda and Leclerc. And there goes Perez into the pit for his one and probably only stop. Is he running hards? No, he was running medium. So he's going on to a set of hards, which means he's probably going to the end. Oh, there he is, coming out the pits. He's slowing all of us down. Ah! Come on, get a run. Get a run. Alright, so we got past Verstappen.
Well done.
Let's go into overtake, see if we can push our way through here as well. Surprise, surprise, it's K-Mag throwing it off the track again. Yep, pretty much. Although, we kind of have done that already as well. Yeah, you've missed a very interesting start to the stream. Like, yeah, super confident about getting a 1-2, and then we qualified 14th and 15th because we misjudged the rain. Sparks flying everywhere as we get squeezed onto the grass. And then we made a really strong start with Leclerc, who then promptly drove into the back of another car and broke his front wing. Alright, Sainz is into his pit window. I think I might convert Leclerc to the same strategy. Let's pick Carlos.
Pit confirm.
Yeah, box.
I don't know. I might keep Charles on this strategy.
At the moment, we are the fastest car on track.
Okay, so even with really worn tyres, we're still
Keep working like this.
very fast with Charles Leclerc here. But we do still have 2 stops to make.
And Ferrari just gained a place. Let's have a look. Okay, here's the Ferrari.
Nice, simple, straightforward DRS overtake. Can we go around the outside?
Yeah.
Not really. But that's okay, because otherwise it could compromise us getting into the pits. And there we go, we're in the pits.
Yeah,
So,
the pit lane.
Sainz makes his first stop.
Understood.
Leclerc pushing hard to try and catch up. There's that buzzing noise again. Right, Sainz is about to come out the pits. He's going to come out just ahead of Russell. Good, so he's not going to have to retake Russell again. And now it's time to... well, no, we should probably go that extra lap. Let's go ahead and order his pit stop. There we go. So Leclerc's going to pit at the end of the next lap. Let's check back in with Sainz. 18 seconds behind the Red Bulls. One of which is not stopping again. So we've got to catch Perez. If we want to win this race, we've got to catch Perez. Verstappen's probably going to pit again. But we've got to catch Perez and then gain enough time so that when we pit again and come out behind him, we've still got time to catch him. This is going to be a bit tricky. Almost sounds like the limiter is jammed on. Yeah, I think it's a result of the crash. The rest of the car apparently is fine, but all we did was break the front wing. But it sounds like there's something wrong with the car. All right. So here comes Leclerc into the pits. Where are we coming out? Are we coming out ahead of Ocon? Just. That was important. We had to make sure we got out ahead of him. Now I need to ease these tyres down, don't I, to make them last. Alright. Let's get Sainz back into neutral. Oh, no!
Let's see what happened there. Let's have another look. Science is the focus here. And yes,
at least he
that's
kept it
where
out the
they
wall.
spin out.
It's just not happening this race, is it? It's all going wrong for Ferrari. In my hubris,
It's a race
I was
position
like,
gained.
I can
for
show Ferrari
Mercedes.
how this is done. No more silly mistakes, no more bad strategy decisions. Lots and lots of race wins and 1-2s on the podium, and first 2 races spot on. Race 3, disaster. It has not gone well at all. And I need to be wary of fuel as well. At some point we're going to have to turn these engines down, or start lifting and coasting a bit. Let's see, we've got 57 litres, 56. Yeah, this is going to be the point soon where we have to start lifting. Alright, well, back past Russell and back past Sonoda.
Ferrari advance the race position.
Was a very good lap. Well done.
Sainz sets a new PB. Goes purple. Leclerc hunting down Russell. 12 seconds the gap. So the 3-4 is still on, but we need strong runs between our stops. Russell could be the problem. Is Russell one-stopping? Yes, Russell's one-stopping. I think Max is two-stopping, given how short that stint on mediums was. I mean, he could theoretically maybe make the medium, the hards last that long, but Perez is definitely one-stopping. Russell's definitely one-stopping. So's Ocon. These guys, I've got to believe that these guys are two-stopping here. Alright, so Sainz is pulling away comfortably from Russell. Leclerc is gradually closing, I think. No, Leclerc's actually losing time. Russell's pulling away, I think. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. He's losing time to... Yeah, we're about holding steady with Perez right now, with Sainz. He's gaining just a little bit here and there. Russell is dropping back quite quickly, and Leclerc is gaining quite quickly. Have we got another crash? Please be a safety car. Yes, it's a safety car. Oh, thank God. Right. Right, so let's just see how we can fix this. So let's start with Carlos. Let's get that second stop out of the way right now. So let's update his strategy. As for Charles, let's get rid of that soft stint and let's go with another set of mediums. Dial those down a bit. And we can get our second stops out the way right now, and that brings us right back into contention for the win. So we need to stop both of our guys. Pit options, new mediums, pit this lap. Pit options, new mediums, pit this lap. There's enough of a gap, I don't even have to worry about a double stack. There's plenty of time between them. There we go. And
Sounds like there's been contact.
Was a crash.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now just focus on the Haas.
Is that Mick or is that Magnussen again? That's Mick. Oh, that's a
Goodness me,
big
that
hit.
is a serious collision.
Oh, Jesus, look how fast that Romeo just went into the barrier there. There's got to be at least one of them out.
Blow to the team. Will they be?
Or is it both of them? Bottas is definitely out. I saw his name with an X. Yeah, and Schumacher's out as well. And Schumacher's going to have a penalty in the next race as well as a result of that. Okay, let's start saving fuel. Saving tyres. Sainz is into the pits. It's a good stop for Sainz. 2.7 seconds. Nothing fancy, but gets the job done. We should be able to.
We need some lift and coast for tyre temps.
We should be able to get back out before Ocon even comes through here. And 2.7 stop for Leclerc as well. Ocon hasn't even got to the last corner yet. Here he comes around the corner now. We're already out. That's fantastic. So we've made our final stops. And we haven't lost any track position. Both of our drivers have stayed exactly where they were.
Okay.
In terms of track position. And now
Charge button on.
Copy that.
we can save those tyres a bit.
And charge button on. Charge
Save some
button
fuel.
on.
Make sure we're fully recharged on the ERS. And then we can go for it. And we could still get a 1-2. After everything that's gone on in this race, if we can get a 1-2, that would just be incredible. Let's see, how many back markers have we got in the way? We've got... looks like Alonso. And Latifi. Albon. Stroll. And then obviously there's Russell in the mix there as well. So there's a few back markers to clear. Just trying to get comfortable again.
Safety car in this lap.
Yeah, all good.
So Sainz is the lead driver there. Let's go.
We can push a bit more.
Okay.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Copy.
Alright, here we go. It's a fight for the flag. Got to get through these back markers, but Sainz is... we've got a couple of them already, but we've got a straight run at the two Red Bulls here. And Leclerc is right back up there as well. That safety car has brought us so back into contention. We were in real trouble before that safety car. This is potentially going to give us a 1-2. Tyres are lovely and above where they need to be. That's what I like to see. Alright, so Sainz, let's really go for it. Let's go full deployment now.
Down.
Okay.
Get right onto the back of the Stappen here. And there you can see Leclerc hunting down Russell there
Oh,
in
we've
the
had
background.
a spin.
Sonoda's had a whoopsie. Yuki's gonna Yuki. We are now all over the gearbox of Verstappen here, who in turn is all over the gearbox of Perez. You've got 3 cars separated by 0.2 of a second here. And Leclerc is sizing up Hamilton. Not Hamilton, sorry, Russell. Didn't get him. Sainz is out of battery already, that's not good.
Okay.
Start harvesting. Ease the tyres back down again.
DRS enable. Slow down.
All good.
Charge button on.
So
Copy.
DRS at the end of the next lap.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Copy.
Well, the buzzing sound from Charles has gone. Which makes me think it was an audio glitch. Yeah, you see, without the DRS, we just can't get that move done. We can't get alongside quick enough to stop him from shutting the door on us. Sainz all over the back of Verstappen still. Perez looking to break away. He's going to try and break that 1 second gap. This is where the lack of being able to deploy the battery is hurting us a little bit, but we need to get it charged up again, so... I need to clear Russell as quickly as I can. Let's go deploy now. See if we can find a way past. Up the inside. Oh, no. He covered it off. Under braking. Covered off again. Right, we should get the run this time, surely. There we go. With the DRS and a double DRS, because it's the second straight as well, we'll just absolutely breeze away from Russell. And just like that, we've dropped him.
Just gained a place.
Now I've got a 6-second gap to close back up to Verstappen,
Here's the replay.
who's just been overtaken by
Let's have another
Sainz.
look. Sainz is the focus here.
Makes
And
the
there they
move
go,
stick.
moving up a position. Just incredible manoeuvring.
Let's put that battery onto neutral. And Sainz is in the lead. You're going to have to see that replay.
Ferrari, advance the race position. We can take a look now. Okay, here's the Ferrari.
Oh, around the outside. This was our hunting ground earlier in the race. Just nailing so many cars in that corner.
And they clear it.
At the moment, we are the fastest car on track.
Another purple lap for Charles there. How many laps have we got left? We've got 12 laps to go.
Copy.
Oh, look how much tyre life we've got left. Let's try and get Sainz to pull away before the next DRS zone.
And you can push.
Copy.
Or at least before the start-finish straight anyway. Do not want the Red Bulls attacking me there with 2 DRS straights back to back.
And charge button on. Charge button
Couldn't
on.
drop them.
Yeah.
I left it too late. So we're going to go back into neutral. Going to protect those tyres again. Now I've got a choice. I can try and deliberately hold these guys up a bit to allow Leclerc to catch up, or try and sprint free and clear. I think I'm going to try and hold them up a little bit. If I can control their pace a bit,
And big lift off.
Copy. Copy.
gives Leclerc a good chance to really close that gap up. I just need to be careful here in these DRS zones. Nah, damn it, we got caught. But we're still there.
Red Bull gained a place.
Still hanging on in there. Alright, retaking the position. Let's get them to hold back cars behind.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
This will automatically put Sainz into a more defensive posturing, so he'll take sharper lines, shallower lines, and much more defensive lines, which will slow him down automatically as a result. But it is risky, as you just saw. It's working though. Leclerc is now just 3 seconds behind the Red Bulls.
Ferrari, advance the race position.
And that gap's down to just 2 seconds. We should see Leclerc actually. There he is. Just see him coming into shot. Oh, we got hit!
Let's have a look.
Oh, is he
Let's
out?
take a closer look.
Is he out or is he
Let's
still
have
in?
another look. Science is the focus here.
Bang!
And there's the collision.
Verstappen
It's
just
caused
took us out
absolute
completely.
carnage.
Okay.
Disaster.
Yeah, that says it all. What a disaster this race has been. Our tyre is absolutely ruined.
Priority now is tires, as you know.
I'm gonna have to box. And just hope I've got enough pace.
Verstappen in the barrier.
Okay.
Verstappen's still ahead of me.
Okay, mode push, and you can push.
Okay.
I've got rear wing damage and suspension damage. I can't fix either of those. Ah, man. And look at my rear tyres. They're completely shot. So Verstappen in the pits. We're in the pits. We should get out ahead of Verstappen. He's got to change his front wing and he's got a 5-second penalty. We're just going to do a quick in and out tyre stop. So we're going to have to hunt down Russell and we're going to have to absolutely fly here to catch him back up again. Oh, Ocon's got us as well.
Yeah, copy.
Oh no, and now it's Hamilton and Ricciardo as well. And with damage to the car, oh, man, this could be really tricky. Look how many cars came are right behind us. We were lucky we didn't drop all behind all of them there. That would have been an absolute disaster. We only need to get the big money. We only need to get him up to 4th. So we just need to hunt down Ocon. That's 8 seconds, and we've got 6 laps to do it. Let's go hunting. Well, Carlos is getting the fastest lap, that's for sure. Gonna absolutely fly past them here, or past at least one of them. No! We're boxed in. Ah! That's 5 laps left, and we've still got 8-9 seconds to close the gap to. And we're still boxed. There's an opening. Alright, there we go. That's Ricciardo.
I think it was a strong race.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Come on, just breeze past him here, please. I misread it. I'm looking at Sainz being Ocon being 5 seconds behind Russell. We've only got to get past Hamilton, and then it's 5 seconds to Ocon. That is definitely doable. No, come on. There we go, under braking. Right. Let's get Leclerc away from Perez.
Ferrari, advance the race position.
Let's chase down Ocon. In fact, I kind of want to see this from Ocon's rear view here. As the laps tick down, we're going to see a red Ferrari getting closer and closer.
No,
Sainz is out of battery. Let's go neutral. 3 second gap. There's the Ferrari. 3 seconds in 3 laps. No battery, but lots of fuel. Lots of soft tyres to play about with. What's Ocon's tyres like? 40% hards. If we can't do this. Here he comes. Gap's now 2 seconds. Come on, Sainz. Get that 4th place and save me a huge amount of money.
We should slow down.
Copy.
Then it will be 2 laps.
It's going to be a grandstand finish. Or is it? We're on him with with 2 laps to go. Sainz does not have the DRS.
And start button on.
But he does have ridiculous pace advantage. You can see it under braking and cornering, how much more speed he's got. Look at that, we're on him already. We've got a lap, more than a lap and a half to go yet. Which is going to be, this is going to be a lot easier than I thought it would. He's looking, even with his ERS set to charge, he's still trying to find that way through. He's going to get DRS on this straight coming up.
Last lap, last lap.
Copy.
Oh, there we go, dives down the inside. Ocon tries to fight him off. Who gets the DRS? Ocon's got the DRS. Gotta hold him off. Gotta hold him off. There we go, that's it. We should now just blitz away from him. And there we go, it's all over. Whoa. You know, I cannot believe how we came back to win this.
Checkered flag.
Well, this was incredibly difficult.
Yes, it was. Absolutely insane.
And DRS.
The problems we've had this race, and we still managed to get a win.
Okay.
And we managed to get 4th place, so I'm so glad I took it easy. We missed out on one of our objectives. I think we had a finish streak going for finishing in the top 3. That's gone. We obviously lost our quali streak. We didn't even make Q3. But we put the accumulator on. We said, oh wait, hang on a minute. I said Leclerc would finish 3rd and Sainz would finish 4th. Phew! I'm so glad I did it that way round and not Sainz 3rd and Leclerc 4th, or else we'd have just not achieved that one either. But that's 2.6 million in an accumulator position, a position accumulator bet.
Well, this was definitely Charles Leclerc's weekend.
Safety car saved asses out there, yeah. It very much did. That safety car brought us right into contention for the win. I think we might possibly have got
sight that is on the podium.
Got onto the podium.
A true crowning achievement for everyone involved.
But we certainly wouldn't have won with that safety car. And no points for Max. Max taken out the Grand Prix.
Driver certainly proved his worth with a
by his own
terrific
actions.
drive today.
And he torpedoed into Sainz. So we had both drivers have an accident on that corner.
The 3 drivers with the biggest haul of points.
Leclerc early on going off,
boot.
smashing into the back of who was it we smashed into the back of? I forget. Let's have a look at the data view. We had a collision. What lap was that? I don't know who it was we hit now, but yeah, we torpedoed into the back of somebody. with Leclerc, broke his front wing, had to limp back, change that, and then Sainz getting torpedoed by Verstappen. Oh, he did finish. Verstappen did finish. He did carry on, and I thought that was it gone again, but nope, we actually made it stick. You think it was Mick? Yeah, I think it was. No, was it Mick? Or did Mick was involved in one accident. I don't know if it was us that hit Mick, but Mick was definitely involved in one accident. So, driver bonuses. We pay out 1.48 mil for Charles for winning the race. I still can't believe we won the race. Performance bonuses. We hit... well, we didn't get the qualifying position streak because we didn't get both cars into Q3, which is why we also failed the qualifying position. Performance guarantees. We guaranteed 2 cars in the top 3. We failed that. We didn't even reach Q3. We lost our finish position streak because we didn't get 2 cars in the top 3. But then we had that huge performance guarantee where we said that our guys would finish 3rd and 4th from making up positions from 14th and 15th, and that paid us 2.7 million, which was just monstrous. There we go, 2.6 million for the position gain there. So what could have been a very expensive loss of money actually became something very very much like a break even. We have lost a lot of car parts as a result though, so we're going to have to definitely do some manufacturing. Team could not be happier that you led the team to victory. Be assured wins like this increase the board's confidence in you immensely. I'd rather have just straightforward wins, not hectic, chaotic, all over the place wins like that. But yeah, P15 to P1, what a result. Regulation votes. So, what do we want to go for? High speed or low speed changes? We're going to go for... Excuse me. We're going to go for high speed changes. So I normally vote for low speed, so it'd be nice to change. Vote for something a little different. Let's see what the rest of the field decides to do. Let's go to the cars and check the warehouse. Still got 4 chassis. I thought we damaged one. Front wing. We've lost a front wing, but we've still got 3 left. Side pods are fine. Rear wings, we've lost a rear wing. Underfloor is fine. Suspension that we lost, that was what it was, not the chassis. So let's manufacture another suspension to replace the broken one. We are 11 days away from Imola. Let's go to our drivers. We've got some points to spend. Got a control rating of 92, but I kind of now want to put a point in that. I am going to put a point into his adaptability to improve his wet weather driving. Sights has a point. I'm going to put that into smoothness. I can't believe the smooth operator's smoothness is only 80. That's ridiculous. No points for Giovinazzi, but that doesn't matter because we don't care about Giovinazzi. Any points for any of these guys? No. Okay. Facilities, weather center upgrades in 3 days, CFD simulator in 13 days, design center's a long way off. When are our projects up? So the front wing is ready in 36 days, the rear wing in 13 days, and that new suspension is 6. So we won't get the new rear wing until Miami, but that'll be good for Miami. So let's crack on. Let's get Imola done. There's our new shiny weather center. Got that up to rank 2 now. That'll help with weather predictions. New suspension. regulations have been voted on. We have unlocked research now. Good. So, who voted for it? Changes past low speed wing changes. So we voted against it, as did Alpine and Haas. Everybody else voted for low speed changes. I wanted to see what high speed changes would be like. Victor Martins, not going to look at him. Emilia Romagna. Okay. Let's do our race prep. So, I'm definitely feeling a lot more confident about achieving our objectives this time round. So both our drivers, qualifying position second. Let's go top 3. So we need a second and third, or a first and third, first and second. Any combination of that will do. We need to reach Q3 with both drivers. Yes. We got caught out because of weather last time. We shouldn't have that issue again, I hope. Finish position wants us to finish in second or above and go for the fastest lap. We can do that. Qualifying position streak, get 2 drivers in the top 4, 5 races in a row. That'll be worth 3 million, or best part of 3 million. Guarantee slots, finish position streak. I'm going to go for 2 drivers in the top 4 for 4 races. I'm going to play it a little bit safer. Yeah, that's our target set. Let's go to practice. I wonder if those incidents...
The hills of Tuscany are green to the south, but here in Imola the air is red hot. Welcome.
Let's skip that. I wonder if those accidents that we have had have actually done any damage to the engine components. Let's have a look. I think the engine's taken a bit of a shunt. I don't remember it being that low. What's the comparison between the cars? No, I guess that's just the wear levels. That's quite a lot of wear. Okay, so these are going to become our designated test engines and gearboxes then. So let's go to setup. I want a good rear wing, but not too bad. Go with that. 20 lap run. Driving options are set. Yep. Let's go with a slightly lower wing setting on these. 20 laps. There we go. Right. Let's whiz them through practice as quick as we can.
And radio check.
Radio check, okay.
Oh, that's a lock up for science. At least he didn't go into the wall, he just went he went onto the grass. But that's not encouraging.
Update when you can.
Yes, guys. Getting better and better.
Copy.
Okay, so okay start. Let's see what Carlos thinks of his car. I'm going to keep them out there till about 34 minutes. Oh,
The
he
car
does
is okay.
not like his car at all.
I'm struggling a lot.
Copy.
I think we've had a car run
Yeah, we'll keep them out
wide.
there till about 34, 33, 32 minutes, something like that. Just let them maximise that upward curve on their track acclimatisation. Oh, it's another lockup.
Let's take a look at the replay. Okay, here's the Ferrari. They're forced wide, and they won't be happy. And the team had such high hopes today.
Okay,
What
so
a
that's a
shame.
lockup for each of them.
They've locked up and gone straight on.
All is not well at the the Ferrari camp this episode. All right, so they're both coming in. Let's make some changes. Rear wing is bad. Let's put a bit more rear wing on. Let's go 12.5. So we definitely are going to need to change the rear wing on Carlos's car because his was even lower. We want that relatively close. Let's change the roll bar. Yeah, let's go with that. That looks good. So fresh set of tyres. 20 laps again. Yeah, I'll go with that. Alright, so these guys should run till almost the end of the session, if not the end of the session now. Can we get through without there being
I think
another
someone's
lockup
run
for
wide.
us? I want to see some improvements in the setup here. I want to see at least a grate.
Who's running wide there?
Ideally, an optimal would be really nice. Ah, beautiful. We got an optimal. How you doing, Anish? And we've got a grate on Sainz's car, so a little bit more work needed, but hopefully not too much. We're just going to run them to the flag.
So there was a crash.
Copy.
We've just had a crash on the track.
Okay, so Joe went straight on into the wall. And there we go, that's it. That's the end of the session. So some good running there. Made some very good progress with the setups already. And some nice track acclimatization as well. 97% for Charles, that's a really good start. We've got a wet race, a very, very wet race. That'll be interesting. Right, setup. Just need to tweak the cornering. Let's see. I don't know if that's going to be enough. See if I can pull it in, maybe. Not really. I think it's really fiddly like this. It gets so frustrating trying to just get that last little tweak. That is essentially what we had before. Yeah, I don't think I can actually do anything more than that, really. This might be one that gets away from us slightly. That's the best I can do. I hope that's it. Right, let's go with a set of medium tyres on a 24 lap run. So we need a little bit more work for Carlos. Let's make the wing a 13 for now. We need to tweak the braking a bit there. Need to change the traction a fair bit. That'll be a roll bar change, I think. Let's go that way with the roll bar. There we go. Let's try that. And I need to change the run plan. Go. When will I play F122? I haven't played F122 since pretty much this game came out. I mean, F122 is buggy at the moment. It's, you know, I did the first podium pass. I bought the second one, but I haven't done much on it at all, really. I do need to go back to it at some point, but I was never planning on putting that on the channel. That's just something I like to play on my own, but yeah, I've not played it for a couple of weeks.
And
at least.
radio checked house.
Radio check, okay.
I've become a little bit obsessed with this game. So I'm really hoping that we get 100% back on Leclerc's car with that little tweak that we made. No idea where Science is going to end up, but I'm hoping it's going to be mid-90s or higher. I don't think it'll be a full optimal, but I think it'll be close. This game's very addictive. You're not even playing it and you're addicted. It is.
Update when you can.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with this at the moment. Okay, so we've got an optimal. I played my Williams campaign through to the end of one season just to see what happened at the end of the season, and the car was awful at the start of the second season because I hadn't done enough research. I'm halfway through the season on a brand new McLaren file I only started a few days ago. Every single race I've been getting a delighted result. Norris has won 3 races already this season. Ricciardo's had, I think, 3 podiums. Okay. Norris has had 3 wins and like 5, 6 podiums.
Okay.
The upgrades I've brought in have really worked on that car. And the strategy and the pushing and getting into the right positions at the right time has just made that McLaren a bit of a beast already. In terms of it, you know, pushing it into positions where it shouldn't really be. Its cornering ability is fantastic, but it's still lacking in top line speed. So I need to keep working on that particular file. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving the McLaren playthrough I'm doing at the moment. Alright, so let's call these guys in. Oh, not quite 100. God damn it. Alright, I don't think I can get that. Or maybe I can, I don't know. Let's try. I don't think it'll do it, but I'll try it. Let's slap on another set of softs. Run for 22 laps. Actually, no, we'll stick with 24 laps. Tyre wear's not too bad at this circuit. We lost the optimal on the front wing, but we gained it in other places. The traction is awful though. So traction is going to have to be somewhere around about there. Need that to be an optimal there. Rear wing's off at the moment. Okay. Fresh set of softs, 24 laps, make changes. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. When I say a sneak peek, I'll let you have a look-see at my McLaren file once this race is done as well, so you can see where I'm up to. What's been, you know, consuming all my time over the last few days. So I think I started this. I think I started the McLaren file as soon as I finished the Haas stream on Wednesday. So what, 2 days ago. So from that evening and then all of yesterday and most of today, I've just been hammering that McLaren playthrough.
I think that was a crash.
Right, are we going to get optimals again? Yes, we are. So we didn't break the car. That's good. We'll be able to get that extra 1% that we were looking for. What about sights? Oh, another crash. Where's this one taking place?
Like a few cars have crashed. Here's the replay. So let's look at this. There's Sergio Perez.
Oh God, this happened right behind us.
Oh no! And there's the crash. Mark my words, there'll be questions asked about that later.
That happened right behind this car, this battle here. Or was it, no, right behind that battle. Man, if that, yeah, if we'd all been part of the same train there, we could all have been taken out. Just a question, why are Leclerc and Sainz underperforming a little bit? Because this is just practice. So I never run at full pace in practice, because it's all about fine-tuning the car. It's not about, you know, rinsing the engine. So I always run the engine at a very low setting. The AI just runs at standard pace. You know, if I push, I'd be miles ahead of them, but they're not pushing. So there's no point, you know, trying to get to the top of the practice timing screens, because it means nothing. You know, qualifying is where it matters, you know, and this is all about getting the car prepped for qualifying and doing as little damage to the engine in the process. So if you see here, the pace command's there. By running it on conserve, it means that you're very slow in the corners, you're very slow coming out of the corners, your braking force isn't particularly strong. Protects the tyres, but it also massively protects engine wear as well. It reduces that down. So I always run conserve in practice, just to keep those engines alive as long as possible. You'll see the difference in quali. Right, session's ended. We've got the track acclimatization up to about 80-something% for both drivers. That's good. Ah, there we go. We got the 100% on Leclerc, up to 92 on Carlos.
Thank you for joining us here today. Once practice is over, qualifying will be underway.
And it's a wet race as well. Okay. So what needs to be changed? Still need to change the traction. Okay, let's have to throw the roll bar out that way. I hate when you've got a small window like this and the roll bar has to change and you're just constantly flipping from bad to good to bad to good and never anything in between. Cornering is only great. I need to change the cornering. Cornering was there, we're going to there. Let's hope that works. The optimal has been broken on the braking, so I need to change that back if I can. I can't. We tried the 8.2, that didn't work. We tried that didn't work. Maybe it's something in between. That's not a big enough change. I can't really get the change I want. I hate when it's like this, and it's so tricky just to try and find that last little bit of performance. That's essentially what we just run. I went all the way around the houses and came back to where I started. I go for a really big change. I can't pull that back enough. That's about all I can try that is going to make any kind of significant change where it needs to be made. Whether I'm making it in the right direction or not, I don't know, but we'll have a go. So let's go with the 25 lap run. It's probably too much, but we'll have it anyway. Can always call the car in if we need to. Just need a quick run. 15 laps should do it. We'll go 17. On the safe side.
Radio check, Carlos, can you hear me?
Yeah, ready, it's good.
Green light.
Alright. Are these the changes that we need to make? Keeping my fingers crossed on this one. I should play FIFA and F1 Manager simultaneously. I have no interest in FIFA. FIFA's just crap. It used to be so good, but it's just the same game every year. It's just ugh.
We've had a crash.
There's barely any changes, you know, between iterations. And the career modes are a joke compared to what they used to be like, you know, 10 years ago. Might play Football Manager though, when that comes out in November. It's been a long time since I played one of those games.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Sainz is really off the pace in comparison to Leclerc this weekend. It's normally like just 1 or 2 tenths. There we go. We've got the optimal for Sainz. Leclerc's heading for the garage. Track is almost there. It's at 98%, but it's at 98 on Charles as well, isn't it? Oh, he's at 97. Alright, I'll send him out just for a couple of laps. There we go. Sainz is at 100%. Hopefully his car is at 100% as well. Which means we can keep him in the garage. Let's take a look. Yes, there we go. Got that mythic 100 that I love to chase. And there we go. Session is done. I just wish there was a way to skip to the end of the session. And if I pressed the options button and then had, like, you know, end session early. But unfortunately there isn't an option to do that. So we just have to sit here and let this clock grind out. It's a bit annoying. Still not quite sure why there's such a big gap in time difference though between Leclerc and Sainz, unless I forgot to put Leclerc on casual running. Curious, is that? No, he's on low pace. Okay, that makes no sense. Why there's such a big difference between the two? They're both running the same spec car. There's never a gap that big between them. It's 0.8 of a second. Very odd. There we go, 100 across the board. Love that sign. Right, we have quali and then a wet race. I'm looking forward to a wet race. I always throw up a bit of fun. It should be, depending on how heavy the rain's going to be, it could be a very easy race for us as well. Because the AI does like to stop the inters when full wet weather is on the way, and then stop again for full wets. But I have noticed that they never ever seem to switch from full wets back to inters. They just ride the wets until the track dries out. Right, quali.
Wait a second, hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Well, we can hear you, Carlos. Okay, Leclerc held up slightly by Yuki there, hence the half a second difference. but that's good enough to get me through to Q2. Let's see who gets knocked out. On the face of it, looks like it's going to be Mick, and then the Astons and the Williams. Yeah, Mick is out. The two Astons are out, the two Williams are out. Alonso with a penalty. I think Mick has a penalty in this race as well, doesn't he? No, he must have served it as a pit stop. Okay. Let's put the same tyres on for our first run here in Q2. We might make a second run if we need to. I'm hoping we won't need to.
Radio check.
Yeah, all good.
You watch someone come out right in front of me on the pits. No, gonna get a clean lap. So there we go, 1:15.4, site showing normal pace again now. Why was he so slow in practice in comparison? Very strange. And that's good enough to get us through to Q3. So we've used one set of tyres for 2 sessions. That's excellent. That gives us plenty of softs to play about with for Q3 and the race. Because depending on when the rain comes and how long it lasts, we could need softs at the start and at the finish. So, who got eliminated this time? Zhou, 2 McLarens, Magnussen and Tsunoda.
Radio check.
Yeah, all good here.
Gasly might get in the way. I think we got through without being held up too much. Lost a few tenths. Lost about, say, 3/10 of a second, maybe 4/10 at a push. Didn't respec them. Okay, so we got pole, but whether we'll keep it or not, I don't know. It's me not paying attention. Alright, so we're first and fourth. I think we're okay for our sponsors with first and fourth.
It's race day.
It is race day. It's a wet race day. Did we? No. Oh, 2 in the top 3. Okay. Whoops. That's more money that we've been cost from whizzing through there. Just trying to reposition. There we go. Right. Let's take a look at the weather. So it's going to start very wet very quickly. How quickly? 2 laps of dry running and then it's going to go very wet. I would start on the wets, but I'm going to burn them up if I do that. I'm going to lose so much time that the rest of the field's probably going to gain a full pit stop on me anyway, so I may as well just start on the softs. And then we'll run full wets until lap 50. So let's go with this strategy here. Let's change that to full wets. We're going to bring the wets into play like pretty much here. So those full wets, those slicks will put onto full burn. And then we need to go to lap 50. And then we need a set of softs. So let's do this. Let's see what this looks like. And then as a second strategy, we'll do something very similar. So we'll start with a set of softs, change onto a set of wets, hitting on lap 3. We'll run those really hard, and then we'll pit for a set of inters, and we'll run those really hard, and then we'll pit for a set of softs and run those really hard. So we want to be on slicks on about lap 50. So now it's a question of when do we make the switch? And I'm going to guess we're going to want to make the switch, if we do, around about here. And how does that look time-wise? That's quicker. That's 2.5 minutes quicker. So I think we've found our strategy. And we could even come in earlier for those inters, based on what happens with the weather, because our forecast that we're looking at is based on a 70% accuracy rating from our weather center. So the rain could come a little bit earlier, it could come a bit later, it might not last as long, it might last even longer, we just don't know. So we'll have to see how that goes. But we'll go with that basic strategy. So pit on lap 3 for full wets, run those hard, pit on lap, what was it, lap 33, 35? Lap 33 for a set of inters, push those really hard, and then pit for a set of softs at the end. Push those to the limit on about lap 50. There we go. So we have our strategy. Do I want extra fuel? I'll put in 1 extra lap of fuel. I really probably should have changed my gearbox, but never mind. We'll make do. 1 extra lap of fuel. Push, push, and overtake. Alright. It's race time.
It's a bit of a cloudy day for the race, but the atmosphere, as ever, is electric. Taking a look here at Carlos Sainz. He won today, Let's see if they can take advantage of that position. There's the other Ferrari. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. And we're just moments away now. The crowd are on their feet in anticipation of this, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
All right, so we're already in the pit window. Sainz sprinting away. Leclerc's actually lost the place. Hamilton's taken us and one of the Red Bulls as well. He's had a great start. And you can see Sainz is just off. He's almost a second clear already. I'm just going to put Sainz back into neutral already. He's already clear. No point burning up his ERS. No weather warning yet from the engineers, which suggests that it's not going to come on lap 3. Or maybe it is. It's 3 minutes away according to the forecast. Oh, brave move around the outside of Verstappen there. We got the move done. And now we're lining up a move on Hamilton.
And we are happy with what you are doing on tires. Good job there.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Is there going to be a dive bomb? No, there isn't. Oh, yeah, well there is, just not from us. Getting dive bombed by Verstappen there. I just realised Hamilton's on hard tyres. There we go. I think Perez is on hards as well. He is. No wonder Sainz just sprinted away from him.
Ferrari, advance the race position.
And now we should power past.
DRS enable.
Ignore the pit stop warnings because it's not started raining yet. Well, it's going to start raining in a minute, so we might be pitting at the end of this lap after all. Up the inside, go on. No. Perez blocked it. And here's the rain.
Coming.
Yeah, all good.
Yes, confirmed. Raining.
Okay.
So these tyres are going to be a bit iffy on the first lap.
Okay, box. Carlos box.
Yeah, box.
We're going to do a good old-fashioned double stop here. We want a gap of about 3.5 seconds between the drivers, really, for a good double stop. We've got 4.
Okay, understood.
So Carlos is in, changes his tyres, pulls out, and we pull straight in. Beautiful double stack. Oh, we're getting held. Oh, we got held from other cars coming in. but we didn't get jumped by anyone. Good stuff. Okay, there we go. Right. Let's calm the tyre wear down just a little bit.
Let's slow down now.
Yeah.
Just while it's not fully wet yet. Still got some guys out on slicks. There's Sainz just ploughing through them. They've got no grip whatsoever. They're crawling around the circuit. There we go. They're all peeling off. And that's an easy P1 for Sainz and an easy P2 for Leclerc. Has Bottas pitted? Bottas is on inters. Okay, so Bottas is going to have good pace right now, but that track's only going to get wetter. And then Bottas is going to have to pit. Most of the field's on wets. But Bottas, Gasly, Zhou, Tsunoda, they're all going to have to pit again.
Someone's run wide.
And pretty soon as well. And there we go.
Slippery track.
Now it's wet weathers, full wet weather tyres. So those inters are now going to be rubbish.
And charge button on.
Copy.
There's Bottas in the pits. And Gasly. Zhou and Tsunoda have stayed out. Why? Look how... Oh, there goes Zhou and Tsunoda.
There?
They're going to get lapped. Oh, we've got a big crash. A big wet weather crash. Let's have a look. Who's involved?
That just crashed? Let's see what happened there. We're just watching the
Oh,
Red Bull.
it's Max and Lewis. Oh, that's a big impact.
And there's the hit. And it's crystal clear who was in the wrong there.
Max with a penalty. So Max has got no front wing and a 5-second penalty. Lewis is going, but whether he's got any damage to his car or not, I don't know. He's got no wing damage that I can see, but he could have rear wing damage, he could have chassis damage, suspension damage, maybe even underfloor damage. I've yet to see a car get side pod damage. But yeah, Max and Lewis coming together. Is Lewis going to pit? No, so Lewis doesn't have anything substantially wrong with the car, or nothing that he can fix anyway. So it's just down to Max, who has that completely broken rear front wing. This is something I'd like to see them put into the game, front wing changes, because as it is at the moment, there's the pause for 5 seconds before they can work on the car. Here comes the magical front wing change. Ta-da! Yeah, I'd like to see that as a proper wing change, rather than just a new one just suddenly appearing. Someone else is locked up. That is Bottas or Zhou. I think it's probably Zhou. Yeah, that's Zhou. Yeah. Okay, so
I think we've had a car run wide.
let's go to neutral. And we can just go like this for a bit.
I think someone's run wide. Who's running wide there?
So we've already lapped Sonoda. Zhou's up next. Track is very wet right now. I've not seen it go up to 8. You know, high 7s is where I've seen it go up to, like 7.6, 7.7, that kind of range, but not seen it go higher than that before. It's pretty much peaked right now. How you doing, Mr. Water? You missed an action-packed Adelaide, Melbourne Grand Prix. It was just bonkers. We went full-on Ferrari in the last race. Messed up qualifying badly. Both drivers having a big accident in the race and breaking parts of the car, and we were rescued by a safety car, and then we still went on to win the race. Bizarrely. Which would not have been at all possible if it hadn't been for the safety car. Alright, track is drying up.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Getting a little bit damper again. How big a lead have we got over Hamilton, whose tyres are ruined because of that accident he had. Look, 49%. So yeah, that punting up the backside from Verstappen has ruined Hamilton's tyres, completely. He's still a long way clear of everyone else, though. He's 13.5 seconds clear of 4th place, which is Magnussen, but he's still 34 seconds behind Leclerc. That's crazy. Our guys have been on it this weekend. The track's going to keep fluctuating for a little bit. So we're not going to pit for inters just yet. Oh, we lap Verstappen now. That's good. Always enjoy lapping Verstappen. And there he is in the background. 1 lap down. Sainz is just on a tear. 10 seconds clear. He must have had an easier time getting through the traffic. Another bit of rain incoming. Right, do we have any battles that we can take a look at? Ricciardo up in 5th. Leading a little train here. Alonso, Perez, Russell, Ocon. Go on, Danny Rick. Fuel. Okay, yeah, I forgot about fuel. Let's ease that right down.
And confirm, lift off.
Okay.
Lift off needed.
Yeah.
Ricciardo's only 1.5 seconds off Magnussen as well. If Magnussen has another wobble, Ricciardo might be able to get him. Any other battles down the order? Bottas is behind Vettel. There's a big gap. There's a bit of a train. Well, there's what, 3 cars? Stroll, Schumacher and Gasly all fighting for positions. Verstappen's closing up on the back of Albon. We're into our theoretical pit window for Inters, but we're not there yet on the track. It's still too damp for that. I'm going to ease the tyre pace down a little bit.
We should slow down.
Copy.
Slow down.
Okay.
And we've got such a big gap over the rest of the field. I'm going to get them to stay off the curbs as well. So that'll slow their pace down a little bit because they won't be pushing as hard, so they won't be going out as wide. You know, they'll be slower through the corners to take a tighter line. But given that I forgot to change the gearboxes at the start, it'll help keep them fresher for longer. Yeah, Ricciardo is dropping back from Magnussen, but he's having to drive defensively to keep Alonso behind him. That's not really a surprise. Alonso lining up a look. He can't get him. He's going to have to tuck in behind, and this is just holding Perez up. And Russell, arguably, as well. Hamilton's still plodding away there. These tyres are going to be rubbish now. Still 43%. Right, fuel is back in the green. The track is still too damp for Inters. We're on that downward slope, according to our prediction, but as I said earlier at the start of the race, that prediction is only 70% accurate, so the rain might not be what it's showing there. It might last longer. It might end sooner.
No more rain, all clear.
Copy.
Okay, so the rain itself has stopped. There's still a lot of water on the track to get rid of. I might not even bother coming in for Inters. My tyres are looking a lot healthier than I thought they would. We'll just stay on track, I think. Meanwhile, Sainz is coming up to lap Norris in 10th. Oh, Alonso almost got past Ricciardo there, went side by side, couldn't quite make the move stick. And now he's under pressure from Perez. So we've got Ricciardo, Alonso, Perez, Russell and Ocon in this train here. And you just get the feeling as soon as DRS comes up, you know, Ricciardo's going to get dropped very quickly. He must have gained a lot of positions through being lucky in the pits. Alright, track is almost dry, well, almost dried up enough for Inters. Our tyres are what, 70%? There we go, we're into Inter territory. It still could be a bit of a trek.
On the track?
We're on lap 34. So we're only a lap past where I thought we'd be. Screw it, let's do it. We've got such a big lead, we might as well. Let's pit for Inters.
And box now, box.
Copy box.
And box.
Yeah, copy the box.
So this is something I really hope gets patched in the game. The wet weather tyre performance is very good in conditions where it shouldn't be very good. In dry track, it will burn up almost, ridiculously quickly. Even in, low damp track conditions, it'll burn up a bit quickly. But pace-wise, it'll run a pretty good competitive pace against the Inters when it should be, definite Inter territory. That is something that needs to be changed, I think. So there you go. Even with the pit stop for Inters, we are still 20 seconds ahead of Hamilton. Hamilton's still on those old wets. But here's what I mean about the times. I mean, you can see Sainz pitting now. Let's see what the lap times are once we've done a couple of tours with the Inters on. Because those 127s, they were our wet lap times, as opposed to our Inter times. So this will be the first time on Inters that we've got coming up from Leclerc. Let's see how much faster he is. Hamilton's doing a 126.5 on wets, full wets. He might be getting ready to box because his tyres are a bit scuffed. You can see further down the field, you've got Russell doing a 126.3. Verstappen a 125.5. I'm only doing a 125.2 on Inters. Tyres that are designed specifically for the conditions we're in right now. There just is not an appreciative difference in the tyre compounds. You notice it on slicks when you push, but at normal pace you don't really see much of a time delta difference between the three different compounds. And it's the same between full wets and Inters in these kind of conditions. So Verstappen a 124.9. Leclerc does a 124.6 and has somehow picked up underfloor damage. He must have gone over a curb, which is impressive considering I told him stay off the curbs. Yeah, Verstappen's in clean air as well. It's not like he's getting a tow off anyone. Ocon's got a penalty. We've got another crash. Oh, is this going to be a safety car?
I think there's been contact on the track. We can take a look now. So let's look at this. There's Sergio Perez.
Oh, man, no. He's going to take all three of them out. Whoa!
Oh, no! And there's the crash. Mark my words, there'll be
that was a
questions
big
asked
one.
about that later.
And that was Ocon who picks up a penalty. Alright, let's do another lap time check. Verstappen crosses the line, does a 124.3. We do a 124.1. There's 0.2 of a second between full wets, which shouldn't be used, which is only supposed to be usable, between 4 mil and up. The Inters, once you get to just a fraction over 4 mil, the Inters start becoming almost unusable. But in conditions like this, where this is slap bang in the middle of the 1 to 4 mil Inter territory, the time difference between the two tyres is it's almost non-existent. And you could argue that the difference in time is down to the car, not the tyres. Verstappen doing a 123.8, Leclerc did a 123.7. There's just no difference in the tyre compounds. The only reason you would switch is if you're wearing tyres out. So that is definitely something that needs to be addressed, and I know they are working on updates to tyres at the moment, so hopefully that we won't have to wait too long for that patch, because there just is not that appreciable difference between compounds. Right now we are absolutely crushing it. I mean, Leclerc is slowly winding in sight. The gap's down to just over 7.3 seconds now. Hamilton's still 23.5 seconds behind. He's still on those really knackered wet tyres. I think he can probably run those until the track goes dry though, because we're not that far away. We're probably another 5 to 10 laps away. And then we'll be into slick territory. But they have hit the cliff now. He's hit 30%, and you can see all of a sudden, I think he's getting held up with traffic as well, but he's really struggling right now in terms of time loss. We've lapped everybody up to and including Bottas, and I think we're about, there's Sainz, I think he's about to lap Verstappen. Yep, there is Max. So he unlapped himself when we pitted for Inters. We're about to lap him again. We'll start pushing these Inters. I got so much life in them, I might as well. Oh, we've got another crash in Sector 3. Is it the end of the DRS zone again?
There's been a crash. Sounds like a single
nope,
car.
It's turn 7.
Let's
Vettel's
take a
gone
closer
straight
look.
off, straight
Let's
to
have
the
a look
wall.
here. This was the Aston Martin. Clearly something
It's
went
Hockenheim
very,
all over
very
again.
wrong there.
Right, let's look at the time difference now. Verstappen just did a 1:22.4, Sainz did a 1:22.1, 0.3 of a second difference, and look how little water's left on the track. Ah, it's ridiculous. And I'm pushing these tyres. From watching too much K-Mag. Yeah, in races like this, there's always certain corners that you just know the AI is going to go straight on. Turn 7, they always go straight on into that wall. The last but one turn, the penultimate turn, coming down the DRS detection zone into that left-hander. So many cars just run off into the gravel there. Right, here we go. Verstappen's about to get lapped. He pulls over. And then pulls back in front again. The cheeky... And now he's one lap down. There we go. That's cost Sainz a bit of time to Leclerc, but I don't think Leclerc's going to catch him. This is going to be another win for Sainz. And now the track is dry. Let's make that pit stop. And this is earlier than I predicted it was going to be. I thought lap 50 would be when we'd be switching on to softs. But nope, it's happening right now. Now the AI will stay out for another lap or two as well.
Really?
Okay, understood.
Another excellent double stop from the Ferrari team there. Verstappen may have damaged his underfloor on that curb, possibly. I mean, that's how Leclerc damaged his underbody. And now we get to lap Verstappen again. Right, fastest lap showdown coming. There we go, that's Verstappen lapped again. He's pitted for softs now. Alright, let's go back to that interval. Hamilton's finally interchanged his tyres. Russell's in as well. Magnussen up to 4th. He's right on the back of Hamilton, who is 50 seconds behind.
At the moment, we are the fastest car on track.
Copy.
Alright. Okay, so let's get Sainz to deploy. And Leclerc to deploy. Gotta watch the fuel burn.
So deployed.
Yeah, copy.
They get one more lap after this lap. And then we calm everything down again. Perez in the pit.
It's a very good lap.
Sainz takes the fastest lap. Leclerc's going to take it straight off him. And that's Perez's lap now. So this is it. This is the fastest lap shootout between these two drivers. This lap here. They're both on push mode. They're both on tyres that are pushing. They're both getting a full lap of full ERS deployment as well. Sainz is purple in the first sector. And the middle. Now Leclerc goes purple in the middle. Someone's locked up. It's one of the Alphas, I think. No, it's one of the Aston Martins. It's Vettel. Didn't hold up Sainz.
No DRS for him.
He goes purple in the final sector.
Okay.
Runs out of battery. Can Leclerc take it from him?
And just a reminder on DRS.
No! Sainz has the fastest lap.
A very good lap.
Okay. Good for Sainz.
And big lift off.
Yeah.
charge button on.
Copy that.
We should slow down.
Copy.
All right, so let's just wind out the rest of this race like this, unless we see anything exciting going on. Actually, I was just about to say let's watch Russell and Magnussen fighting, but it's already over. Can Russell pull away? If he can gain half a second through the chicane. Yeah, there we go. That's the DRS detection line, and he did not hit the DRS, so I think he's clear. If we go further down the field, Alonso and Ricciardo still scrapping it out. They've been scrapping it out all race. And there are no other battles anywhere on track right now. Oh, we are very low on fuel. Okay, let's go full conserve. Let's reduce the tyre.
Lift off.
Actually, I'm just going to go full conserve on everything. Drop that pace right down. We've got such a big lead. Yeah, this is the closest battle on track. It's Alonso Ricciardo, and it's been going on for about 30 odd laps. I don't think Ricciardo has the pace to get past Alonso. I think he can just about stay with him, but doesn't have the outright pace to get past him on the DRS straight. Who have we lapped up to? Up to Ricciardo. Okay, let's have a look. There's Ricciardo. Oh, Sainz is coming. Got 10 laps to catch him. Don't know if he will with this new lower pace. Let's see, we're doing 1:19.7s. Which is half a second slower than Ricciardo's doing right now. So yeah, I think he's safe. I don't think anyone else is getting lapped. But one thing we are doing is we're stopping Verstappen from closing up on the back of him because he can't unlap himself.
We've just had a car run wide.
So Verstappen tucked in behind Sainz right now, desperately wants to get past and try and make a run at Ricciardo and Alonso, and he can't unlap himself. And still, this battle rages. All right, I'm going to give these guys one more bite at the cherry for the fastest lap. There we go. Now let's go to the sector times. Neither driver's improving. The tyres are past their best. It's not that surprising, although that is a purple middle sector for sights. Oh, and
No DRS. No DRS for him.
what the hell happened? Did I just run out of fuel? Major underfloor damage. He's out. No!
This is the last lap.
That was the most easy 1-2 we had, and oh, why did I give him that bite of the cherry? God damn it. Oh, man. We're supposed to be showing Ferrari how it's done, and in the end we're just showing Ferrari how Ferrari do Ferrari. Oh my god. Leclerc pushing. Wipes his car out on that corner, which was the same corner he wiped his car out in the real race this year. At least he kept going that time, but that's where he spun himself out. I can't believe he's out completely. And we're going to get through before the safety car even picks us up.
And DRS is disabled. DRS disabled.
There we go. That's it. End of the race. Oh, man. Question is, though, Leclerc
Sainz
might
crosses
still
the
be
line
classified
first. He's taken the win.
above some of these other guys because they are lapped. So, I'll have to wait and see. Safety car just holding everybody up. Are we still going to line up behind the safety car even though the race is over? Yes, we are. We are still going to stay behind the safety car even though the race is over. That's ridiculous. I can't believe I...
Safety car in this lap.
Copy.
Oh no, wait, this is the last lap. No, the race is over. You've got checker flag symbols. Yeah, the race is over. Oh, God, I can't believe. After the drama of Australia, I thought, well, you know, and how easily we got away into a more comfortable 1-2 in this race. I thought, there's going to be no drama in this race. Oh. So that's another win for Carlos Sainz. That might put him top of the drivers. It does. It puts him top of the drivers' standings because Charles did not get any points this weekend. Fastest lap for Carlos as well. That's his second fastest lap, his third podium, second win. Charles has 2 fastest laps, 3 podiums, 2 wins. And 2 pole positions. That's the only difference between the two. Carlos has only got the 1, but Carlos has finished for all 4 of his races. In the Constructors, we are already romping away from Red Bull, who had a miserable day. 8 points across both of their drivers. Let's see. They finished in 7th, a lap down, and in 9th, also a lap down. And that would have been 8th and 10th if Leclerc hadn't broken his car. That's crazy. He was on instructions to stay off the curbs as well. That's the most ridiculous thing. He was fine. He hadn't done any underfloor damage in the previous 2 races, despite all the craziness that went on in Melbourne. And then I tell him to stay off the curbs, and he breaks his car by twice damaging the underfloor. Going over curbs. It's infuriating. Pay out a bonus of 1.2 million. It's going to cost us more with the sponsors again because we didn't get the finish position streak again. We didn't get the qualifying position. So more money off the table, but we still made $4 million, so not a total loss. Our simulator's upgraded. Our new rear wing is designed and ready to be built. And we have Miami next in 11 days. So let's go to the cars. Let's go to the manufacturing and let's build that new rear wing, which will give us a nice little speed boost, some good improvements in cornering, and there you see the effect it's going to have on our car. It's going to give us that improvement on our acceleration and our top speed that we're lacking at the moment. So let's see, how quickly can we get these out? Grand Prix in 11 days. We want 4 of them. Yeah, that works, because day 2 is practice 3 and then qualifying, and that is 12 days away. So yeah, we don't have to rush them. Excellent. I do also need to build a new underfloor to replace the one that Carlos decided to completely and utterly destroy. We've already built the replacement chassis, was it suspension? Chassis from the previous race as well. When can we start building again? When's the next testing period? 7 days. So not too bad. Let's take a look at our emails. Congratulations from the board. They could not be happier that I led the team to victory. I could be happier. I could be sitting on another 1-2, but no. But that is 4 wins from 4 for the team. So despite the craziness of the last 2 races, we have still managed to win all 4 races, which is pretty cool. But a season that started in such dominant fashion is already starting to go off the rails a little bit. We do really need to rail that in and make sure that we're not throwing away points like that again. It's not a good look. In terms of our drivers, no points for our 2 main drivers. Got a point for Giovinazzi. I'm not going to use him, but I'll give him the point. Might as well. Let's improve his braking. Let's check our staff. No points for any of them. Our pit crew is on front and rear jacks. I want them on tyre changes. And we still have a long way to go until our design centre is done. So that's where we're going to end today's stream. It's been another 2 races on our Forza Ferrari Friday. Unfortunately, it's not been plain sailing and smooth running like it was last week. But yeah, we got through it. We still came away with some good points. And then we head to Miami next Friday. And then Barcelona after that as well. So that'll be next Friday, those 2 races there. And we'll see if we can actually get both of our cars across the line. I really hope we can. So I will be back on Monday with some more Haas, and I will probably be live at some point this weekend at a random time, not sure which day or time yet, with a preview of Construction Simulator on the PS5. I've been given a code by the developers, and I'm going to download and install that tonight, and so I'll probably stream a bit of that at some point, either tomorrow or Sunday, or maybe even both days. We'll have to see. But yeah, Construction Simulator coming to the channel. So until then, I will see you for some Haas racing on Monday, and I might catch you at some point over the weekend for a quick sneak peek at Construction Simulator on the PS5.